So I'm supposed to be taking it easy right now, and that is really hard for me to do. Sometimes I'm used to like moving like almost constantly. But I need to take it easy with my legs because of my procedure yesterday and my varicose veins. And it has shocked me how many people I since I've been sharing about this whole process, how many people have varicose veins and how many people have questions about it. So I figured I'd make a video. I haven't done one in a while. And to talk about a little bit what happened yesterday. Because I already had one procedure back down in April. You may have remembered because I made videos back then about it too. But this one was different. And the recovery is different, kind of. I still need to take it easy. I can't exercise for the next 2 weeks. I can't lift anything like my son or my daughter for the next week, which is probably one of the hardest parts of the recovery. But if you're squeamish, you might not want to listen to this because this procedure was more invasive. So I am noticing a little bit of differences. And vein doctors do different things in terms of depending on what's going on with your varicose veins. But the one thing I want to stress is that it often is a medical issue. It's not just about cosmetic. And so it's often covered by health insurance. The only way to find that out is by going to a vein doctor or going to a vein clinic. I went to a vein doctor that was recommended to me by my general doc back in June of last year. So this whole process started over a year ago. And I'm so thankful I did because the first step is getting an ultrasound of your legs. And that way they can determine if the valves in your veins are working properly. And if they're not, then it's something called leaky valves. That's what I had. And that was contributing to a lot of my symptoms with my legs feeling heavy. They went numb very, very, very easily. Like if I sat on the floor with my kids, they'd go numb. And things like, and just overall just hurting. Because the blood would basically kind of fall down the leg and not go back up. I'm simplifying things, but that contributed to a lot of different symptoms, a lot of different pain. The first procedure I had was a laser one, and that took care of the deeper veins in both of my legs, and that alone was a huge change. But the issue then is that, and this doesn't always happen, it is with my veins on the outside of my leg, more of the surface veins, more blood flowed through them, so that there was still some pain, especially around my knees. And if I walked and stood on my feet for too long, my legs still hurt, not nearly as bad as before. So the laser procedure did a ton. It was, seriously, I would call it life-changing because I felt better. I felt like I could move more. So this procedure that I did yesterday, again, if you're kind of squeamish, you might not want to listen to this. Basically, this was for the surface veins, and it's called a phblectomy. And what they do is just do little incisions, and then they remove the vein. And for my right leg, which was by far my worst leg, they had to do over 20 incisions to get all of the vein that they needed to. A big question I often get is, but wait, don't you need your veins? You have a lot of veins in your legs, and you actually regrow veins. So hopefully when my leg regrows veins, they will not turn into varicose veins. It's something that happens. There's a few different risk factors. Mine, a big part of it was pregnancy, because this all started after I had my son. But so I'm gonna see if I can show you a little bit of my kids are fascinated with these, all of my Band-Aids, because, kids and Band-Aids. But this is why I have to take it easy for like the next 2 weeks. No exercise for 2 weeks. And it was really bad around my knees, so you're gonna see, and I have my compression stockings on because I have to wear them, but so you can, this is where it all started here. So I've got a whole ton of gauze here, and I've got gauze there. And it's kind of hard for me to walk right now because there's so much gauze around my knee because there's a lot of small veins there. And then it goes up into my thigh. So it goes super high up. I'm not going to show you that, sorry. But as I posted yesterday, like the doctor was pulling out veins, and I got to see him. If you have questions about the look, like I'll share. And I only got to see them because I asked. He said a lot of people don't want to see it, but I was like, I want to see what's been causing all these issues, and it was just kind of fun. I had to laugh because, well, one, they numb you up so you don't feel this. That's key. They numb you up, and so, but every once in a while he'd get like a really big vein, and you could tell that it had like a bulge in it, and be like, wow, you're gonna feel so much better after this. He kept saying that. I'm like, oh, thank God. So that was what the procedure, that was a very general summary of what the procedure was like. If you guys have questions about varicose veins, I'm happy to talk about it, because I honestly didn't realize before all this how many people go through this, of all ages. I mean, I'm 36, I'll be honest. I didn't think people in their 30s got varicose veins, but I've talked to people in their 20s who've gotten varicose veins, and even earlier. So like it happens, but there's a solution, and we're lucky that we live where we do, that we can get it treated. And if anybody lives in the western suburbs of Chicago, I'd be happy to recommend this doctor. He's amazing. And he's actually done this. He was telling me yesterday while he was pulling out my veins that he's done it for refugees in Africa. And he's like, I know I'm not like, I know it's not like a life-saving procedure, but it affects the quality of your life so much when it hurts to walk around, it hurts to stand up because of these varicose veins. So I am so excited feeling better, but right now I'm supposed to be taking it easy. So I'm going to take it easy, which is really hard for me to do. So this is good practice for me. But if you have, seriously, any questions about varicose veins, let me know and what I did. I know there's other different kinds of procedures, but I did the laser, and I did then the stab phblectomy, and I already have high hopes that my legs are going to feel literally like new. Bye.